Now the latest from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint, you're driving home our reputation.
Plenty of basketball from the weekend, including a rivalry doubleheader on Saturday. It was Scottsbluff hosting Gering, girls and boys doubleheader Saturday afternoon at Scottsbluff High. The Bearcat girls going for their 20th straight win over the rival Bulldogs, and after scoring only 6 points in their first meeting this season, it was Scottsbluff's Paige Horn getting 11 first quarter points. Scottsbluff led by 3 after 1. The Bearcats stretched it out to a 12-point lead at halftime as Ava Reed canned a couple second quarter three-pointers. Gering was able to hang in there as Nevaeh Haraski scored 6 of her team-high 14 for the Bulldogs in that third quarter, and Gering trailed by 8 heading to the fourth. Scottsbluff locked down the Bulldogs to the tune of just 2 baskets down the stretch, and when the dust settled, it was a 45-34 win for Scottsbluff. Horn finished with 23, Reed 13 for Scottsbluff. Mackenzie Todd joined Haraski in double figures for Gering. Scottsbluff now 9-7. Gering dropped to 3-11. The boys' game had start to finish action, really, with the visiting Bulldogs more than holding their own in the first quarter. It was the Bulldogs with 6 different players scoring, including a pair of three-pointers from Jackson Howard, as Gering led by 2 after 1. Second quarter, still tight. Uriah Wybera scored 11 in that frame for Gering, while Scottsbluff, they had 5 players score in the quarter, and at halftime, it was a 34-32 lead for Gering. Scottsbluff, though, started to seize control out of the locker room at halftime. You knew Nate Kelly would have his say in the third quarter. He scored 9 points as Scottsbluff jumped in front 52-48 heading to the fourth. More of the same from Kelly down the stretch. He scored 9 more points in the fourth, finishing with a game-high 28. Big three-point makes as well from Carter Reisig and Caleb Swisher as Scottsbluff went on to win it 71-61. Kelly and Swisher in double figures for Scottsbluff. Wybera got 22 for Gering, with Howard and Trenton Bruner joining him in double figures on the day. Both schools, along with Mitchell, Sidney, Chadron, Alliance, Sterling, Colorado, and also North Platte, all those schools getting sent for the Western Conference Tournament. That'll run Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Also over the weekend, there was a pair of home doubleheaders for WNCC basketball. The Cougars go a combined 3-1. The Cougar women won both their games over Trinidad State, and then on Saturday, a 61-47 win over Otero. Amaya Donaldson and Faith Walker both with 14 in the Saturday win. The Cougar women now improved to 18-3. For the WNCC men, after a home loss to Trinidad on Friday night, they were able to bounce back with a 12-point win over Otero, 77-65. Balanced scoring attack as the Cougars had 5 in double figures. Willie Wilson led the team that day with 14 points. The Cougar men have now won 5 of their last 6. It'll be a road doubleheader, right back to it tomorrow on the road. The Cougars at North Platte Community College will have those games with Chuck on KOLT starting at 3:45 for pregame. That is the latest today from right here at the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.